Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Violet and I am super happy to have you here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. As you can tell by the title and the thumbnail of this video, it is going to be a review of several products that I've had for quite some time now, and I believe it is time to finally get my thoughts out there for y'all. Most of these products I believe have either been mentioned in our Facebook Lives when we would do our Facebook Lives, and I believe most of the videos on our page should have first impressions as well. So I know this is kind of, thrown out there into the random amidst, makeup looks and other sorts of videos that we have on here, but I really just love talking about makeup. I love using it and I love bringing out my thoughts and stuff to y'all, so I hope that y'all guys enjoy this nonetheless. So without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and jump right on into it. First product I wanted to talk about was a birthday present from my birthday this year that Brandy had gotten me. I was super excited to finally get this palette because it was just such a gorgeous item to even own or even have this company make. It is the ColourPop Mint to Be palette. This was part of their monochromatic palettes that they were coming out with, I believe, last year. And I believe at the time of recording this, it is 2020, so I don't know when this video will go up, but back in 2019, I believe the entire year they were coming out with monochromatic palettes, in reds and oranges and yellows and pinks, and I have a blue and I have the purple. Brandy has the orange and the pink, and she picked up this mint one because I fell in love with it. I thought it was just a super cute little palette full of all mint colors. It would complement my Blue Moon palette, which is the all blue one. It is 9 shades, and this is what it looks like. Comes with a mirror, comes with a snap closure. It's a plastic hard case. I will leave any information here that is important for y'all to know. And then it just has the shades on the back. It is dirty, so excuse that, but this is what it looks like. I love this palette. I have frequently used this palette so many times, as well as Brandy has. I have not had any issues with any of the shades. I have not had issues with any blendability issues. I have not had really anything wrong with this palette. All of the shimmers show up very, very bright and super shiny on the lid. I don't really have to ever use setting spray on those. The mattes are all a super creamy, soft formula that just kind of really glide on the eyes very nicely. All of the brushes that I've used some of my ColourPop brushes, I've used some of my Real Techniques, all sorts of different brands across the board, and they've all performed very nicely with this palette. I don't have any issues. I don't have any negative things to say. I feel like the palette size is a very portable, convenient size. It's not too large, it's not too small. It's a pretty nice little compact size. It's very lightweight, and it's just an all-around great present for yourself or for someone out there who loves mint shades or loves pastels, or just wants to kind of dabble in a little bit more color. And I don't feel like there's a lot of mint choices out there, so I feel like this is a really great option. And ColourPop is a super incredible brand with so many different awesome products. Out of the ones that I've tried, at least, I've not had any disappointments or any issues whatsoever. So I highly recommend this palette if you're looking to pick up the Mint to Be palette, or if you're just looking to pick up something from ColourPop to try for the first time, or a present for someone in your life. Definitely check out ColourPop. Next product that I want to talk about, or products, depending on how you look at it, it is going to be ColourPop's brushes, specifically these in the white handles. They're wood, and then this silver metal barrel. Bristles are dirty because I use them for this eye look, which if this video goes up before, which I think it should, I will link it down below for y'all in case you guys are interested in knowing what I used on my face and how I did this. I will always link it down below for you guys. But this came in with the previous product that I reviewed in this video, which that palette. I wanted to try some of their brushes because I've heard some good things about these brushes particularly. I have not tried any of their brushes, only these. I want to try more, so let me know your thoughts if you've tried the other ones. But I picked up the E2 brush, which is a fluffy blending brush. It's a real typical crease blending brush. And then I picked up an E1, and this is more of a flat, sort of semi-fluffy, sort of like tapered, sort of like a little brush. I don't know, I'm the worst at describing these. And then the E9, which is a more sort of like detailed pencil crease brush. And so this is again the E9, and I believe this is the last one she picked up. I could have sworn I think I had 5 brushes from them or something, but I don't remember honestly. So this last one is the F5 brush, and I thought this was going to be a lot smaller when I received it, but this is more of like a small sort of like highlighter, I guess blush brush, but it is pretty fluffy, you know, tapers out here, and it's got a nice little dome shape. I'm going to go ahead and talk about each one individually and just kind of pinpoint some cons, some pros, what I think, what I don't like about them, you know, all that jazz that's in a review video. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about this one. Again, this one's called the E2 brush, and I would try and like list them down below for y'all as well, of what the names are. This one, I love this brush. I love it, I love it, I love it. It is so soft, so fluffy. The bristles are very like nicely packed in there. It's a very well made brush. I have used this brush with, you know, specifically my ColourPop palettes as well as other palettes that I own, and I feel like across the board and across my collection, it's picked up all of the shadows nicely. It blends the shadows real evenly and nice and blends it out. I don't really have any issues with washing. I have washed this brush so many times. It's gone through the ringer of several, you know, little shampoo washes, and bristles are still intact. Bristles are not shedding, they're not fraying, they're not pulling apart, they're not coming apart, and I really use this brush a lot. I love it. It's one of my go-tos, and I believe it's incredibly affordable too. I want to say I will leave like price points and everything on the video itself in case you're interested. Next one is called the E1 brush, which is that more of sort of like a packing with a little bit of fluff brush, and this one I love just as much. I feel like this one really helps with, you know, kind of blending out the outer corner, outer V of my eye, and just kind of adding in a little bit of depth into my crease. This one picks up the product nicely. This one washes just as well as the other one. This one works really nicely in those dry brush cleaners, like the what's that brand that does the little like sponge thing where it's a dry brush and you clean it, that thing, you know what I'm talking about. And that one really takes off all of the eyeshadow off of here. I don't feel like there's any staining with these. I feel like you know, you could pretty much just use any color on here, wash it out, and it'll come out just fine. And brushes are just soft, and they're not like all prickly or anything on the eyes, as I've experienced with another company, which I will not mention in this video, but I will talk about in probably in another video. But I love this brush just as much. The E9 one, which is the more sort of detailed crease brush, it's more of a little pointy. It's still soft. It still blends very nicely. It picks up product very nicely, washes out very easily. The, you know, movement of it has got some nice flexibility, so if you're like trying to get into certain areas on the eye or trying to, you know, create like a cut crease, you know, it's very much going to work with you. It's soft, it's easy to work with. It's just an all around great brush. I specifically use this one to deepen my outer V or outer crease area, right here on like the outer part of my lid, with more of a deep darker shade such as blacks and browns, just to add a little bit more dimension and depth to my look, and I feel like this one works really nicely in those areas. So truly appreciate this brush, because this is a must-have in your collection if you like to kind of deepen and darken your outer corners and trying to find a brush that'll work in that area. I find that this one is so helpful. The last one, I love this brush. It's called the F5 brush. I love it, but it's not one of my favorites. I was hoping that this was going to be a more like smaller size bristle compared to these, and still like a more fluffier brush. That way I can kind of like, you know, I don't know what I was thinking with this one. I was wanting more brushes. That's all I was thinking at the moment. But this one, nonetheless, it's still super soft. It still washes very easily. It picks up product nicely. I have used this brush for bronzer or contour, whatever you use, blush, highlighter. I have not used this to apply concealer or apply powder or anything like that, but with the other steps that I've used it with, it applies very nicely. It's a very flexible, easy to work with, super soft brush, no problems with any of these. I feel like they're all sturdy, they're all well made. I don't feel like I'm too aggressive with them to where they're going to start breaking or this barrel is going to start pulling apart with the glue. So these are very nice, and highly recommend these as well if you're looking for some new brushes to pick up. Highly recommend these. from ColourPop. Next up is going to be the Milani, the waterproof mascara. They have come out with, I believe, 4 other mascaras in different variations of volume, length, etc. and what they do. But they never came out with a waterproof one until, I believe, a year ago. And I'm super stoked because my lashes need to have a waterproof formula, and I know that it's very, like, oh my god, you're gonna ruin your eyelashes, you're gonna mess them up. It's a huge deal, but it's the only way that my lashes are going to stay put, so I had to pick this up when it came out with waterproof. I was dying and so stoked to try something new from Milani, and especially it being an eye product. So this is, I don't think that they've got this sort of tube in just a regular non-waterproof. I know they have other mascaras that are non-waterproof, but this one is just a mascara. There is really nothing special about it. It's in the color black. And the wand looks like this. It's a pretty like straight fat at the bottom, or like the barrel, towards the barrel at the end, and then just kind of tapers up into like the skinny sort of part. I don't feel like with this type of or shape of barrel it's hard to work with. I feel like, you know, it's just your regular old mascara wand. You know, it's not an innovative product. It's not an innovative way to, you know, form the mascara, the little mascara wand, and do something crazy amazing for your lashes. I hated this mascara, I really did. I felt like the formula was very goopy, very clumpy, and just very heavy. I don't feel like I could really get an even coat on my eyelashes. I don't really feel like it would, you know, really enhance my lashes in any way possible. Even when I heat my lashes, I like to heat the eyelash curler and then curl my lashes. That way my own lashes can really, you know, stay up in an all day wear with the heat and the sweat, you know, and all those other factors. This one, just over time, my lashes were just drooping, just little by little, you know, every few hours. While wearing this mascara, I tried, you know, applying little coats. I've tried, you know, really thickening up the coats. I really tried literally everything to work with this mascara. That there's just no saving it. I really did not like this at all, and especially for the price point, being at like an almost $10 mascara, I feel like it's a huge skip. It's not even worth the $10. I would not even recommend anyone to pay for it or try for it, especially if you're looking for a new waterproof mascara. This one's definitely not going to be it. And I was really disappointed, but you know, you live and you learn when trying new products. So next product I want to talk about is yet another mascara that I have recently picked up a few months ago. It's a new to me mascara. I know it's been around for quite a while, but it is the Revlon Volumazing waterproof mascara, and the tube looks like this in like this nice metallic sort of water droplet purple top here, and then just a regular black with what the title of the mascara is. Again, this is a waterproof mascara because without waterproof formula, my lashes are not going to stay up, so that's why I have to stick with the waterproof formula. But this one I was super interested in trying because I believe at the time I had a coupon for this, and I was intrigued. I was like, you know what, let's go for it, let's jump the gun and let's try another mascara. I've never tried a mascara from Revlon, so I was super intrigued to see if Revlon was going to be one of those mascaras that was going to be, you know, a non-talked about mascara that I discovered and I've got to tell the world for it. But this just wasn't it. The wand looks like this. It's a really fat, just one shaped barrel across. It's very straight, doesn't really have much of, you know, any angles or dips or any, you know, weird shape to it. It's just a mascara wand in the color black. I think it's black as black, I believe. But this mascara is a no-go. It's another pass for me. It's another hate for me. I really dislike it. This did nothing for my lashes. This really clumped up my lashes. I do have a hard time applying mascara on my outer lashes out here because like some of my lashes right here on the outer corner are really much longer than these here. And this eye, just, it's my troublesome eye. But I've got lashes sticking out straight, and then I've got lashes like overlapping each other, and then I've got some that separate and then are really long. It's a really weird thing to talk about, I know, but I was hoping that with this mascara I could try and like very carefully coat them and separate them and make them look all, you know, even and full, give them a little bit of volume. But this did nothing but clump my lashes into just literally one huge thick goopy lash. They fell instantly. Even when heating my lashes, I would apply a coat of mascara and they were already drooping. It was terrible. It's a very, very very heavy and wet formula. It's not a formula that I particularly would go for or like. I feel like even over time it does not dry or get a little thicker and easier to work with. This still, months later, is the hardest thing, and I hate this mascara. I only use this to coat my lashes, to deepen them up in color if I'm putting on lashes, which I've only been using for that purpose only. I feel like on the bottom lashes as well, it coats the lashes, but you really have to be careful because of such a really big tube that you could get some mascara right underneath the under eye. So it's not really a recommended product for me either. Last product I wanted to talk about is more of a tool slash product that is in relation to makeup. It is this Sassy and Chic lash. I think it's called a eyelash lash applicator or something like that. I don't have the package anymore. I believe I don't remember where I picked this up from, but I've been wanting to try this applicator for applying lashes ever since I've been getting more into lashes in the past couple of months. I believe they had this pink color and a black one. Of course, I picked up pink because my room is pink, matches my vanity and all of that jazz. It's a very nice metal sort of, it's structured, made out of like this metal sort of, I don't know what you call this, I guess it's just painted. But you know, it's got a nice like little grip on it, so it's your fingers can go here and you can kind of press and hold the lash and apply it. So it's got like this curved end to it to, you know, grab onto the lashes because of the lashes and how they're shaped in like a sort of like a U or like a boat U shaped. It's a very well made, very sturdy. It's not too heavy, you know, it is really lightweight. You can't really feel it. This is still taking me quite a while to get used to. It's not my like go-to way to apply lashes. I'm still, you know, still a newbie at applying lashes. I'm not an expert. You know, I'm continuously learning tricks and tips. And I feel like, you know, this could help you. Again, it is not for everybody. I'm so used to applying lashes with my fingers, and I know it is really hard to have a mirror here and like try to figure out where to apply them. But I feel like with my own fingers, I feel like I could get a better grip, because sometimes I try and use of course this side, but I try and use this and I feel like I'm like pressing too hard on the lash, or you know, some lashes, they have got more layers than others. So there's like a layer here, and then a more like longer layer up at the top on some of my lashes. And I feel like if I start and grip some of those lashes, they're gonna start creasing and they're gonna start looking wonky. And I don't know, I'm very, very careful with my lashes. I'm very delicate, and that's something that scares me. But overall, it's good. You know, you can't really beat a lash applicator. You can't really beat a tool that's gonna, you know, kind of help your makeup routine just a tad bit better. So overall, I feel like this is a really good product. It's just something you're gonna have to get used to, especially for me. It's something that, you know, it took me quite a while to get used to. Still trying to get used to it, but this is definitely, you know, one of those pretty handy dandy notebooks. Just kidding, it's a handy dandy lash applicator. But yeah, so I like this. It's a really good product. You know, it's really not more to say about it. So thank you guys so much for watching this review video. Sorry for it being really random and thrown in here amongst all the other videos, like I said in the beginning. I do hope you enjoy my reviews, my thoughts. Let me know if you've tried any of these products, what you thought. Is there any other products from any of these brands that you feel like I should try, or you would like to see me try in the future? Just comment down below, and I would love to get that out for you and do that for you. And I hope you have an awesome rest of your day and or week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye, guys.